My name is Anna Coote and I'm Head of Social Policy at the New Economics Foundation.
Anna, you had some quite radical suggestions about the working week and wages. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, what we're proposing at my organisation is that we move slowly towards a much shorter working week, so that we have shorter or more flexible hours of work. And it's really about redistributing paid and unpaid time. And that's about more equality between women and men. It's about getting people out of unemployment and into jobs. It's about freeing up people who are in work to spend more time with their families and doing things in their communities, and also reducing levels of stress.
And on carbon, you talked about carbon trading and how that could tackle both poverty and climate change at the same time.
Well, this is an idea that needs more examination, because we know that people on higher incomes have far higher levels of carbon emissions than people on lower incomes. Now, it's not an absolute match, but the pattern is very clear. So if everybody had the same allocation of carbon, and people who were used to using up more carbon in their daily lives had to buy carbon from people who had lower carbon ways of living, then you get a redistribution of income from the rich to the poor, and it would help to even out some of the inequalities that we have now and help to cut carbon emissions at the same time.
Any closing remarks, Anna?
Well, I think there's quite an important difference between tackling poverty and tackling inequality. And I think we've got to do both, but we mustn't lose sight of the need to tackle inequality, because poverty is both absolute and relative, and we need to make sure that we do stop this extraordinary, inexorable rise of incomes of people who are in the upper decile of the population. So that we have to do that by a number of measures, not least taxes on wealth and income at that end of the income scale. So it's about looking at the underlying causes of poverty and inequality, and understanding what it is about the way our economy works at the moment that traps us in these unequal patterns, and then tackling those factors, not just saying, here are some poor people, let's try and help them to be more resilient so that they can cope with the poverty that they're experiencing. We mustn't.
Thanks very much, Anna.
All right.